Welcome to the Homestead, Prairie Girl and Cowboy Homestead. We've hit weekend. Well, it's Friday, and for me, that's weekend. I just start to slow down just a little bit and think of what we've accomplished this week on the homestead and let our bodies rest a little bit more so that when the next week starts, we can hit our projects and just have lots of, plans in our head of how to do it, what to do, what we're going to need. This week, I think we did pretty good. We, actually, our gardens are doing great. We're working on a little bit of weeding. We are watering. We've got a lot of the soaker hoses, and we need to put a few of those out now that we just leave in certain areas, like our tomatoes, our corn, our squash, because it gets just too hard to move those. So we've got extra hose to put out. But this week we've done really well. We've got our big potato patch tilled and the plants all mounded up, as well as weed around each plant. So I think the potato patch is looking really good. We also worked on the garden down here. We've got the three behind this building front. You can kind of see back here in the green area. We've got a little pasture back there, but our gardens are behind this old building front. And everything's growing good, growing fast. The water's on it. I'm really excited for how it's looking right now. We're worried about grasshoppers. When you walk in the grass, we've got lots of little baby grasshoppers, and it's too many, and they're everywhere. And I noticed a little damage done to my rhubarb leaves, and I'm not liking that at all. So we'll have to see. Hopefully things will change and they won't be as severe as it looks like to me. Yesterday we did a really good project. We took one end of the chicken coop. That was in a plan from, a year ago, but we never really got it all done. But we did get it done yesterday. We put up a partial wall with a door walkway into that end of the coop, and we set up nests on the floor for our broody girls. We've got 6 in there. I think 4 of them we successfully moved. The other 2, I may have to replace their eggs and give them new eggs, and we'll just be another week out. The ones that are in there setting should hatch in a couple of weeks, so I'm excited about that. Not that we're needing chicks, but it's just we've got lots of broody hens, and I guess, maybe we better do it. We will be guaranteed meat and eggs, and so at this time of uncertainty of what's going on, I think it's a good thing to have that done. So as long as the hens are wanting to set, we're going to go for it. So I'm out here on my old porch having a glass of water. And I'm watering the greenhouse. I'm watering my flower patch. And I like to be close enough where I can go move it around a little bit and not forget about it and overwater. So we got that project done. We did start another project that I'll be showing you later. And we had went, and let's see, I guess 3 months ago or so, Cowboy had knocked down a bunch of pine trees, cut a lot of them down thinking for firewood, and we still will use them for firewood, most of them. But we decided to go pick through them, and we found so far, I think we brought down 7 10-foot posts, trees, and we hauled them down with the ranger, and we're working at peeling them with a draw knife. And so we're peeling all those logs, and we're going to be in the process, and I'll show you that in the near future too, of building our roof over our deck. We have a deck that we had built last summer, and it's a 10 by 32, I want to say. And so we're going to go ahead and put a roof on it because it's on the east side of the house. It gets a lot of hot sun, and we just like that cover. So we can sit out there if it's raining, if it's hot. We've got the shade. And another thing we're going to be doing, and I'm pretty excited about that, is on the far end of this deck, we are going to build a little rustic, very rustic outdoor kitchen. I'm excited. So you got to keep following along to watch that. Like I said, we're working on peeling those 10 logs. I think we brought down 7, but we probably will need 10. We've got 5 of them peeled. And so probably this week we will start early mornings while at school because we can't work in the heat. Cowboy and I have had heat strokes in the past years, and when it gets in the 90s, we can't work like that. But we do have some 70-degree days coming later next week, so we can work in that. And also we can do it early mornings, and later in the evening there will be a little shade on that side. So I'm excited to get our deck cover on our roof, and we're going to have the poles out front on it, and the outdoor kitchen, a place where we can um, maybe do a little outdoor canning. We do a lot of outdoor cooking on our deck already, but it's just getting very hot. And it's hard to do if you don't get out there early and get your breakfast cooked. By evening, we've got the shade again, so that's nice. But we just like to be able to be outdoors and do a lot of that cooking. And so we're going to set it up. I have another old cook stove. That was my folks, and that's going to go out there eventually. And I'm just really excited for the whole thing. So keep following along. Little Emma's really growing, and she's busy. Well, I'm going to check this out after I got it watered, and I'll let you take a peek. It's well wet. But look at the colors on all these plants. They're getting so thick and all producing well. Over here, my peas are blooming. The green beans, that won't be long and they'll be blooming. I came in here earlier and picked a lot of the kale to take in. I might make some chips out of them. Look at the colors. Everything is just gorgeous. My tomatoes are blooming. Cucumbers are really growing. My zucchini plants look good. We've been working on the radish patch, trying to use those up. And yes, you can fry those. Fry them like you would a fried potato in some butter or bacon grease. I fry them with onions. I put them right in with fried potatoes. Try them. You will really, really like them if you like fried potatoes. So things are pretty noisy over here right now in the coop, but I do want to take you in and show you what we did yesterday. Let me get my door open. We did a lot of changing in here. First, we cleaned the coop out. And we did put up a new nesting box. And look at there. They like it. We put a little bit of straw down. We had so many broody hens up here that we decided to take this end of the coop. Oh, and it doesn't look like, I'm hoping that they're just off eating right now. We had moved our hens, and they were setting this morning when I opened the door, so we'll see. But we put a wall here and put a door in. It just made it a whole lot bigger in here. And I see eggs scattered, so might not be so good. They're just going to have to stay in here until they get broody again. Looks like that one down there is okay, and maybe the other one will be too. We just may end up having to add new eggs. It's sad because these were a week already sitting on them. Girls, you had to be moved because they just hung in these top nests, and everybody was going in and laying with them, And it's just not a good spot for them to hatch because then the chicks fall down onto the floor while Mama is still hatching out. So we'll just take a peek in here. But I can see that it didn't work out as good as I'd hoped. We have eggs over there. Eggs everywhere. So we'll have to do something really different. We'll let them get broody in here, and then we'll give them fresh eggs again. That's just the way it works. It's hard to move them. And we did put them in the nest, each one in a nest on eggs, and we blocked them in overnight so they couldn't get out. And so this morning I went ahead and moved that, and it looks like a couple of them might be, but we'll just have to see. So I could hear kitties, and this little guy, I'm glad I heard him, has got himself in a predicament. Don't you? Huh? Okay, let's move it out. Get your head. I get it. That was horrible. You could have died there. It's a good thing I could hear you. Yes, she had her head stuck all the way down. I had to literally pull it up out of there. And you're so lucky to be alive, kitty. Yes, are you okay? Huh? She wasn't there this morning when we were out milking. And she had milk. Goodness gracious. You shouldn't play up here. You stay. She's been learning really well. She just watches. So far, we've done really great. Stay, Emma. So it looks like these two found their way into the milking corner, probably for a little extra grain. And it's cooler in here right now.